Hello everyone, my name is Aryak, and in this video we are going to talk about array lists. So in any project you have a lot of data, right? We have to rearrange this data. That is programming. So this data, it comes from, obviously it comes from a database, right? And when it comes from a database, internally in the project also we need to handle it, right? We need to structure it. For that we need something known as data structures. If from comms or IT, you've studied data structures in great detail. But here we don't implement our own data structures. We use the data structures that Java provides us, right? So there are at least I think 10 to 12 data structures in Java which are inbuilt, and of course we have lists, array lists, and maps, hash maps. Hash maps, if you come from Python background, hash map is something which is known as dictionary in Python. It's the same thing. Then you have set in Java and a lot of things. Then you have comparable interface, and that's a bit advanced right now. But today we're going to talk about ArrayList. So we need to understand why. The motto for today is understanding why we need ArrayList. Okay, if you know the answer to why, then you've already understood half of the stuff. And it's syntax. So don't worry about the syntax. It's very easy. It's made to look difficult, but it's actually really easy. And we're going to talk about drawbacks of arrays. Now, first of all, you can see I've declared an array here. And the first thing, guys, in arrays, you need to mention the length of the array, right? When you're declaring it, you need to tell JVM that how many elements is it going to contain. Right now, you can see it's containing 5 elements, right? But if I just remove this, you see it starts giving us a compilation failure, right? But what if I don't know how many elements do I have, right? Just think about this. This is where you start thinking about data structures. Okay, suppose there's a database, there's a table in the database, and you don't know how many records it has. Okay, there may be 10 records, there may be no records, there may be thousands of records. So what do you write here? Do you write 1,000? No, that is wastage of memory, right? 1,000 slots will be allocated in memory. That is not what we want. Okay, we want optimal use of memory. So the why we need array list here. So array list, guys, unlike arrays, array list doesn't require you to give the size at the beginning, during declaration. Okay, it's dynamically, you can increase the size, like there's no limit to it. Okay, and second thing is, one more thing, arrays, guys, just think of this. You've you have written int here, correct? it that means what? The array a will contain integers. Now again, just let me give you a real life example. Forget about Java. Just think of this. Okay, there's you're working on some project and you're fetching records from the database. Okay, I'm giving you practical example. If wherever I can, I give you practical examples. So suppose there's a student table. Okay, and in that we have discussed this earlier also. Just forget student. Suppose there's a product table. Okay, product. What are the attributes of the product? That's product ID, product name, product price, product description, product reviews, and you can go endless. It's 10, 15 at least. So, and in these the data types are different. If you've noticed, id will be long, name would be string, price would be double. Okay, so this is where the limitation of array you can be noticed, right? You cannot store different data types in an array. A very important point to note: array is only for fixed data structure. That's if it's int, it's only int. It won't take 3.14, or it won't take the name Aryok. Okay, no strings allowed. And one more limitation is that the length is fixed. Once it's declared, it's done. You cannot increase or decrease. Nothing can be done. It can't be altered. These are the two limitations of array, and that is why people they created lists. Java developers, you need to understand why, because if you think array, like if you understand why now, things start to become easy. If arrays could do everything, then list would never have been invented. Remember that. So let us just create a list here. List, guys, it's a class in which it's in the utility package. Okay, so don't worry about all these. I know the syntax is a bit complicated. Now we've created a list, just give it a name. Okay, let's just give it as list only. Okay, and I'll say new array list. Okay, let's remove these angular brackets. Don't worry about them. Now first thing to note here, this is the first time you're seeing that I'm creating an object on which the left hand side and right hand side are different. Till now we've done what have we done? We've done student s equal to new student, service s is equal to new service. The left hand side and right hand side the classes were same. Here you can see left hand side we have list, but right hand side we have array list. This is the first time you're seeing such a scenario. This, guys, this is known, it's a way of creating an object, and this object, this list object, is called a polymorphic object, guys. Polymorphism. Here I'm using polymorphism. When you see the classes are different, you're actually, it's not even like list is an interface, guys. It's an interface in Java. And array list is a class. So you're taking the instance of an interface and then you are connecting it to an object of a class. This is polymorphism. This is a polymorphic way of creating a list. Let this be very clear. Okay, this is a polymorphic way. Poly okay, polymorphic way. You can also go by the generic way, like you can create array list equal to new array list, but I just like it being done this way. Okay, just my personal process of doing it. So you can do whatever works for you, but I think this is a better way. And here, guys, after the class name and before the variable name, just give one set of angular brackets. Okay, that's it. And here in these brackets, you need to tell JVM what type of data this list is holding. What type of data? Here you need to give the class. Okay, now just relate to that example I gave you a few moments ago. I said there's a table for products, right? So it'll what will this list hold? It'll hold products. So I'll write here products. If it's students, I'll write student object, right? You just have to give the type of data the list is holding. Okay. If you don't give anything here, it works, guys. You can see there's no compilation failure. Then JVM will look for your declaration. If there's nothing, then it will take it as object. That is by default object, right? If you don't give your own custom class, then it'll take it as object. Of course, you can give the built-in types also. Here you can have integer, okay, integer, list of integers. But understand one thing: what you give inside the Angular braces is always the wrapper class, guys. You cannot write int over here. This is a compilation failure, as you can see. It needs the wrapper class of the data types. You can see it accepts the capital float, but if you write float over here, it's not going to take this. It's a compilation failure. What is given within the Angular brackets is always the wrapper class. So for now, just keep it as integer, okay? And then you want to add stuff, right? So I think the syntax is clear by now. The polymorphic way, and just one set of Angular brackets, and you need to specify the type of data, the wrapper class, okay? Not the primitive. Int is a primitive, integer is a wrapper class. We'll study about these in the upcoming videos. Right now, so we need to add, let's add three elements to this list, okay? So I'll say list dot add. This is the method, and you can see it's very easy. List dot add 5. So I've added 5 to the list. I'll just copy this and do it twice more. Let's add 15 and let's add 25. Okay, so we've added three things, and we'll just make a small this out, and I'll print the list. Okay, now if okay, first things first, you may have noticed that I've written the reference over here. 2 or 3 videos ago, we just tried this and we got a really weird output. If you can remember and recollect, it was the hash code, right? I tried to print the instance and then it gave us the hash code. Now you can ask me, will this also give us the hash code? The answer is no, it won't. It will give us these values 5, 10, and 5, 15, and 25. Now you can ask me why. Why is it so? It is so because in that example, we went to student class and we overrided the toString method, correct? In list, in this class, in list, the toString method is already overridden. You no need to go there and override it. It's by default it's overridden. So if you just print this, it's going to display the list, not the hash code. Let me just prove it to you. So let's run this. Okay, Java application. So as you can see, we have the output here. It's 5, 15, and 25. So we didn't override the list, the toString in the list, and we already got the output what we wanted. Okay, so that's it for this video. And if you liked it, just, share it as much as possible and subscribe to my page. So thanks for watching this video, and we'll meet in the next one.